Hey y'all, it's Michael. This is part 2 of my video. I'll link down part 1 of my free comic book day 2019 thoughts and whatnot. So if you haven't checked out that video, make sure you check it out so that way this will all make sense. Alright, I'm here to do the next batch of comic books. The first one is Interceptor by Donny Gates and Dylan Burnett. This one was actually really interesting. It's about a world where there's like 2 Earths now, and one of them is actually overtaken by vampires, but there's like a little bit of a twist into it. I surprisingly really enjoyed it. Thing is though, it has this like sarcastic tone to it. That part I was a little bit iffy about, but you know what? I was just like, okay, I can jive with it. But yeah, there's that. The next one is Midnight Sky. This one, the concept is actually really cool. It has to do something with, I don't know what it is, but blood or whatnot. And the art was just wasn't the best in my opinion. I wasn't really jiving with it. The use of the red is really nice. I can't show it, but yeah, it's I really did like it. There is actually a story in here that was surprisingly interesting. That art style wise, I really did enjoy. And this one right here, it's called Long Live. It's a pro wrestling it's a wrestling story. It seemed a little bit interesting. The one that really stood out to me was this one called Gut Ghost. It's about a ghost in a like the guts coming out. I thought it was like dark comedy and I kind of liked it. But yeah, there's that. And then the next one was Dragonfly and Dragonfly Man. This is like kind of like there's 2 worlds in here as you can see by the picture. And it seemed very standard. It like nothing about it just seemed wow. Read this. It just was like okay. And then the other previews on here. I was like okay. Alright, so I finished Coda Volume 1 by Simon Spurrier and Matthias Bergara. Now, I can already tell right off the bat, this is not for every reader. And I'm gonna tell you why, but personally, I really enjoyed it. Out of the collection so far, of the previous ones, this is my favorite so far. Story-wise, this is about our main character, Hum, and it's set in this world. It's like a sci-fi fantasy. It says on here like cross meets like Mad Max type of vibe. If you've seen that, and basically in this world the magic is dying and there's no more magic. Essentially, it's like a post-apocalyptic magic world type of setting, and Hum is basically writing to his wife, and he's basically trying to collect uh this is so hard to give it away because the main plot point isn't revealed until like chapter 3, and there's only 4 chapters in here. So he's writing to his wife because he is trying to save her from some sort of spell. Yeah, some sort of spell. One of the reasons why this will not be for everyone is because it's not told in a traditional like beat per beat way, in a way that your traditional story would be told, and so it could be confusing because the first 2 chapters, it was for me like I had to contemplate it back and think about like a lot of the points. But once the story gets really going, it is, I'm really excited to read what happens next. And all of the topics that it really does talk about, I'm really interested to see where the story goes. Now, I say this won't be for every reader also, and because of the art style. Now, I love this art style. It is very chaotic, it's messy, it's just drawn in this like kind of sketchy way. The colors, it's so vibrant. There is a lot going on in every scene, like in every page.
Dad?
Yes?
Oh,
I'm right here.
you got a black?
Anyways, so there's a lot going on, and some readers it could be a little bit confusing because you don't know where your eye goes, like to see where everything goes. But it is so chaotic, and I love that. It's almost kind of like Finding Waldo for me. Loved also the character designs. The character designs are so cool. I've never actually seen anything similar to it before, so I thought it was like really innovative. It like something really that it was so special. And I can just feel, for me anyways, that this is like the beginning of something really special. So I really liked it. The next one that I'm going to be reading, and this will be the last one, is The Umbrella Academy Apocalypse Suit by Gerard Way and Gabrielle Ba, Dave Stewart, and Nate Piesco. I first heard of this because of the Netflix series, which I haven't watched. I should probably watch it soon, after this or something like that. Alright, so let me talk about the last batch of free comic books. Okay, so the first one is Kino's Journey. Now, I picked this out because I watched the anime and I really did enjoy that anime. It has this very contemplative, deep thought about it. Similar with like the anime. I haven't read the original manga, but I really did like it. Favorite aspect of the story in general with the anime and with this is that it's just very thoughtful. I think that's one word to describe it really well. Is that it's just really thoughtful. I really like it. The next one is My Hero Academia, and it has a preview also for The Promised Neverland. This is essentially what it is, a preview, because I already seen like I only watched the animes of both of these. And for My Hero, I already seen that part in the anime, like it's further like back into the season. But I think it's like a really good advertisement, if anything, because it shows like that really cool fight scene between Deku and Kachan, and I really liked it. I thought it was really, really like it's just drawn so well. It is drawn so well. But yeah, I liked it. Now, The Promised Neverland, the anime is incredible. Like, literally watch the anime if you haven't, and just go into it not knowing a lot, because that's how I went into it. And just even like the surprises for it, it's great. Like, the storytelling is just, oh, it is so good. It's like, it's scary too. Like, it is nerve wracking. But yeah, there's that. All right, and I saved the best for last. It's my favorite out of all of the free comic books that I got, and that's Bob's Burgers. This is exactly what I was looking for within these free comic books. Like the rest of these, I would probably just like donate to like Goodwill or to like the library or something. But this I would keep for myself because I would reread it again. That's how much I enjoyed it. It has three stories. One of them is separated into two parts, and all the art styles for it is really different, but it still goes with the tone and just like what I expect from Bob's Burgers. It's really smart. I love the characters. The stories were so enjoyable. The writing is great. Like everything about it was just so perfect. Like I loved it. Like it's so short too. It's just so good. Like the first one is about finding this ride in the park, in the theme park, in the amusement park, and I just it was so good. It was so funny. There's a joke in there. I was like, that's really funny. Then the second one was about Gene and his love of cheese. Love it. It was so good, and it has this. The art style is so beautiful for that one. Like it's so good. It's so good. And then the last one is about Tina, fan fiction type of story in her composition book. It was so good. There was a joke in here about Thai food that I died. It was so fun. I loved it. This is my favorite out of all of them, and it makes me so happy. Like the emotion that I felt just reading it was delightful. It was so good. I really loved it. This is my favorite out of the whole thing. Period. So this is gonna be the last part of this video, and I finally finished The Umbrella Academy by Gerard Way and Gabriel Ba, Dave Stewart, and Nate Piesco. Now, this, if anything, will make me want to watch the Netflix show. So going into this, I didn't really know that much about it. Come to find out, it's like more of a superhero, I guess you could say, story. It's about basically in the world, all of a sudden humans are born at the same time, like even from women who weren't expecting or anything. 7 survivors, and those 7 survivors were taken in by a professor, and they basically develop superpowers, and then the story jumps basically to the future in about 30 years after they were born, hence the name Apocalypse Suite. Basically something is about to happen with the apocalypse. Long story short, there's that. First off, with the story, I really liked it. The thing is, the story has a different beat than your normal like superhero. It has this like very rock and roll type of mood that I really did like. The thing is, with the story beats, there were parts in here that I felt as though it could have been expanded. There are reasons why the story is a little bit condensed, and it was actually really insightful, like with the letters and then the things afterwards, like the bonus content and whatnot, explains a little bit more the reasoning behind that, and the way that the numbers are, well, without giving too much away, the way that the pages and the chapters and all of that, like kind of has like a double meaning. So I thought that was really cool. Let me talk about the art style for a second. The art style, I think it's a hit and miss for me. There are moments in here. The thing is, I admire Gabriel Ba. This was his more earlier works, because the only other novel that I had experience with him was his more popular with his brother, Day Tripper. He drew that one, co-written with his brother. That one was really cool. It had this watercolory type of setting in Brazil. I was like, ooh, this is really nice. It had some beautiful, beautiful imagery. Here, it seemed as though this was his earlier works, and it was actually interesting because compared to the first ish, like the first chapter to the last chapter of this, you could tell that he improved. His art started improving. The way that the characters are drawn, it seemed a little bit more nuanced and more developed, I guess you could say, towards especially like the last portion of this. I thought it was really well. It's basically just drawn really well, and that's what I was expecting. But the first basically the first half of this, it was a little bit for me a miss. I thought it was just like okay. There were scenes in here where and the way the panels are drawn, there's really nothing like exciting in that regard. They're very traditional, but there's nothing wrong with that. The character designs are actually really cool, and I do like their superpowers. I thought they were really different, especially from now. As you noticed from the other videos, I'm a real novice into the world of comic books, as you could say, because I thought the superpowers, if anything, they were really cool, and there were the way that the names, like it wasn't your typical type of superhero story, but overall I really did enjoy it, and I will be interested to watch the Netflix show if anything, and see how this goes. And I do want to seek out the rest of the volumes. I think there's two more. Plus, I really do like it that it has a definite end. It has a definite end. I thought that was really cool because you can actually just read this and just stop. I thought that was really cool. But I am interested to read actually more. So yeah, there's that. Those are all the comics that I bought during free comic book day. I think I'm gonna do this again. It was really fun actually. I'm definitely gonna do it again next year for sure. Or maybe I'll just go to the library and get like a whole bunch of graphic novels and just do this video again because I really liked it. Yeah, so my cousins next door are about to give me some raspberries that they got from their little garden, and it was actually really good. So yes, if you read any of the graphic novels or if you purchased anything from free comic book day, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Until then, I'll see you guys till next time. Bye.